Guys, is this possibly the most important quote Jordan Peterson has ever made to men? I think it is. Let's have a listen.
Those who have swords and know how to use them, but keep them sheathed, will inherit the world. And that's another thing I've been telling you. Yeah, no kidding. That's a lot different, man.
Difference.
That's a big difference. It's so great. And so, like, one of the things I tell young men, well, and young women as well, but the young men really need to hear this more, I think, is that you should be a monster. You know, because everyone says, well, you should be harmless, virtuous. You shouldn't do anyone any harm. You should sheath your competitive instinct. You shouldn't try to win. You know, you don't want to be too aggressive. You don't want to be too assertive. You want to take a back seat and all of that. It's like, no. Wrong. You should be a monster, an absolute monster, and then you should learn how to control it.
You should be a monster and then learn how to control it. I think this might just be one of the most important things that Jordan Peterson has ever said to men, especially our young men, as he alludes to. What's the point he's making? The point he's making is that masculinity, the kind of masculinity that protects, provides, empowers, has gone missing from the world. People have been misled. This is why always on this channel I'm saying the phrase toxic masculinity is not helping any of us, because what it's doing is it's doing away with all masculinity instead of highlighting the fact that real, original masculinity is not just a good thing, it's a necessary thing. You see, as men, we do go into some places where if you're not a monster, you're not going to survive. And when he says monster, he's not talking about a predator or someone who brings destruction. He's talking about strength. He's talking about a bridled power that's got the ability to go to war if necessary, to hit the job site every day in the boiling heat, to turn up for your family and your friends when they're under threat. This doesn't get done by weak, insipid, anemic men. These tasks get accomplished by strong, powerful, masculine men. I love the way Jordan Peterson says this quote, where he talks to men and he says to them, you've got to develop this monster-like power. I picture Hugh Jackman in Wolverine, that muscle-ripping, singlet-tearing, claws-popping, adamantium-exploding power that is ready to rage against injustice and to fly to the fray and be involved in the contest that has to be won. This is why men were put on the planet to fight against injustice, to stand up for others and protect them. And if you don't have the strength on the inside, like a monster, and then, as Peterson says, get the monster strength going and learn how to control it. The real, true definition and best word for this practice is meekness, not weakness. Meekness meaning restrained, controlled power, which means I'm being kind to you, I'm ready to assist you, I'm here to help you, but be warned and know that if I need to rise up on the inside, I have all the monster, all the sword power in my sheath that the situation might demand. I agree with Jordan Peterson wholeheartedly on this quote, and on this channel and in this moment right now, I am urging men everywhere, especially family men. If you're a husband or a father, but even if you're not, but especially if you are one of those men, I'm urging you to get engaged with the spirit of this quote, become a monster, and then learn how to control it. Why? Because our world is desperately, desperately aching for the return and the renaissance of strong, powerful, good men who know what it means to stand up for the fight, to get involved when there's injustice, to do what is necessary to be done to put our world right again. I know you've got what it takes in you to do it. Why? Because it's hardwired into the nature of men everywhere. Become a monster, learn how to control it. If you'd love to hear more about this kind of subject and why letting your manhood emerge is so important, I want you to click on this video right here where I talk about the reasons why men need time away from their family to engage with who they truly are as men. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in another episode real soon.